Welcome back. Here we go.
Back to back.
To back.
Episode what?
5. Season 2, episode 5, titled Regent. Actually, I feel like the last time we've heard this term was the Queen Regent. So now that Aegon is dead at the hands of his brother Aemon.
Shady, dude.
So
that's scandalous.
Is Alicent going to be the Queen Regent? Well, technically, Aegon has a queen. So does she become the Queen Regent?
Oh, might.
Or is it just going to pass? Like, yeah, I'm not sure. Does this pass like directly now to Aemon? Like immediately?
I think it is.
Man, this like planted a seed for some like real
extra
tension.
Thick,
it exaggerated
drama.
Already what was there. I think Aemon he's been jealous in general, trying to
he's been wanting to
the throne and power. Yeah, he's always kind of had that aggression from the snippets we saw early on. So
shady.
Damn, that was crazy for him to take out his own brother.
Crazy. I'm also really sad about Rhaenys. And she was a big character in this, and like we said last time,
big loss for her.
She was like kind of like the last standing figure of wisdom that was directly linked to Viserys, which was the most wise. So,
and she actually had Rhaenyra's back.
We
kind of thought in the beginning we were like, oh, it's kind of catty. I think she was just really calling
I thought she was
it
jealous.
What it was.
Yeah.
This whole time,
she's a straight shooter,
but she was loyal and she was down to support Rhaenyra, and I think she really liked too that Rhaenyra was a woman that was gonna be queen.
She almost maybe saw herself through her. I don't know, just saying.
Maybe I didn't get it.
I wanted
but
it,
another
but
woman has a chance.
Yeah.
So yeah, she sacrificed herself.
We will never know now.
R.I.P. Rhaenys.
And her dragon, dude.
Yeah.
Those dragons.
Yeah.
That big one.
I'm curious. Oh, one other thing too. Daemon has been having these like
dreams,
night terrors,
yeah.
Like, is that because of that? Like, I knew it was all kind of like a dream until actually.
Like the first time, it was for sure a dream, and then the second time he met that. Woman.
He was like maybe the maester.
Yeah.
Like, so did that actually happen? I guess I'm kind of I'm not sure, and I think that's part of. I think that's part of it. But it almost seemed like he took whatever she concocted, and then he
went to some
kind of woozy.
Yeah.
But that seems dreamlike as well. Yeah. But is she messing around with his head? And if so, for what gain? Or is this, he's just taking all the accounts subconsciously of everything going on? I have another
maybe she's like the Red Lady.
Okay, I don't think so.
Okay.
It's my opinion. I just wanted to say one additional piece, but I feel like this is a way for him to maybe reflect on his sentiments that he's had that we've seen from the beginning, and maybe some elements of jealousy, and also feeling as if he wasn't done right.
He's healing
by who he is. So I think this might actually be a healing process where he then comes to terms with, okay,
his role.
This is how I was feeling. I suppressed it, or maybe I didn't suppress it, but this is what I was dealing with, and now this is the opportunity for him to reflect and
change his trajectory.
Yeah. Consciously be aware and change his trajectory
with more intent.
Yeah, and
supporting Rhaenyra.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe more of support, which I think he already supported, but I think maybe now with wholeheartedness. I don't know, throwing it out there, but I got this kind of vibe and this feeling. So, all right.
Someone's talking.
Enough. Yeah, I know.
I'm just kidding.
Enough of me yapping.
Yeah,
ready to hop into this episode.
Be saying too much. I'm just kidding. Okay, yeah, let's jump in.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Catch us on Patreon. We're dropping multiple times a week. And in the meantime, we're dropping here on YouTube multiple times a week as well. So catch us here. Let's get into it.
3 episodes left after this? Yeah.
Yeah?
Because there's only 8. Damn.
I know. Corliss.
His wife.
I know. He's lost
His
a daughter.
kids.
He thinks he lost a son, but for all his knowing, he lost a son, and now his wife. That's tough. And a valued council member for Nero.
That's all moldy.
Take what you can get.
Before the war?
Probably just in general.
Oh shit.
The traitor dragon Maylis!
Wow.
Slain at Brook's Rest!
Wow.
To Aegon!
Slain by your king.
It's not true, but
That's a
they're gonna
story they're
use
telling?
it to their advantage.
Uh-oh. It's a black omen, someone said.
They're really doing a lot of propaganda.
Yeah.
It's an abomination.
It's almost gonna be like, don't speak about what happened.
Because you know what, too? Alicent wasn't involved in those meetings leading up to this happening because she took that abortion drink. And she was depending on Laris to give her the rundown of what was going on in the meetings. So
it's just me.
and these are
Still up there, yeah. How's Alicent gonna take the news?
well, is he gonna tell her?
I don't think so.
I mean, he has to. Is she just gonna be waiting for him to come back?
No.
Oh.
She's gonna know he's dead. She's putting two to two together.
Mm-hmm. Scandalous. I wonder if she would believe that Aemon would kill her own.
His own brother?
His own brother.
Is he alive?
His grace remains with us.
No way! He's gonna need some milk of the poppy. Oh, like burned onto his skin.
Aloe?
What is that, nopales?
Oh, I feel that. Cooked.
Yeah, that boy was cooked.
Braised.
Is my son going to die?
No, if you'll excuse me, Your Grace, these next hours are most critical.
Back up, lady. We're working.
That looks bad. He's breathing, though. Oh!
Oh.
Dude.
I was gonna say that might wake him up, you know, touching that, but he might be.
So if he lives, will he know that he was trying to kill him?
I think so.
He
Yeah.
will, right?
Yeah.
Oh, to answer your
That's gonna
question,
be a problem. That's gonna be a problem for Aemon.
Someone will have to rule in his stead.
Quick.
He gets
In his deathbed, and
zeros.
he's like,
Well, he's put him there. He put him there. He's probably like, that's just like casualty of war, you know, what he did.
What happened?
We took the castle. I left a meager garrison behind to protect it.
And the king's dragon.
The king. Sir Criston, what befell him?
His grace fought valiantly.
And Aemond?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we're matching shirts.
I could not say.
Oh,
Our
she's
largest
getting a
dragon
vibe
has been
already.
killed.
She saw that he had the dagger.
That was like quick, right? Like,
Unchallenged.
isn't that what he said?
Duskendale. We still have no ground army but the one we hope that Daemon will raise. He who has left us.
Do you take issue with me, Sir Alfred?
He's trying to squabble.
But your willingness to give me deference in a time of war?
I could never doubt your... It is merely that the gentler sex, heretofore, has not been much privy to the strategies of battle.
You've seen no more battles than I have.
Got him. Yeah, just sit down and focus on strategizing.
Send to Maidenpool and to Cracklaw Point. Let them man their garrisons and give them stores or weapons if they find them wanting.
In Duskendale.
They are lost already, but Vagar is depleted after such a hard-fought battle. The time is ripe. If we can strike King's Landing before their dragon is recovered...
Then I myself must...
Where are you going?
To Harrenhal, he must affirm his loyalty to my mother and report his standing.
When the Queen herself could not.
My mother gladly sends you away. To scout, to fight.
You are the succession.
Then I must be seen to act for her claim and mine. I can sit still no longer.
Daemon's doing okay, though.
I must act.
He doesn't know though.
Nobody knows.
Yeah, nobody knows.
They control the crossing at the Twins. Cregan Stark's greybeards are marching south.
We don't like the phrase.
We would not have to wait for Daemon to act. I will treat with the phrase to secure it. Not until I'm away.
He's gonna die.
You're calling it now, huh?
Everybody's dying. All men must die. They haven't said that on this show, but...
Our terms are simple, Lord Bracken. Renounce the false King Aegon as a usurper.
I would sooner be the Lord of Bones and Cinders than bend my knee before some heathen Blackwood cunt.
Did your brother's head keep on its way back to you, Willem? I heard the maggots got to it.
We choose fire.
Dang.
Uh-oh.
I did not think they would be so eager to die.
They made their choice.
They are pig-headed, intransigent.
They would rather burn than succumb. It may yet be possible, I think, for both of us to achieve our ends.
We have fought them for an age and more.
Persuading.
They are unyielding in battle, but every man has a weakness.
You take my meaning, then. There are things that Crown itself must not be seen to do.
Let's go. Right?
That's right.
Am I right?
You're right.
Many and more armies have broken themselves against my bloody gate.
My lady.
The Eyrie itself is impregnable.
You promised the Queen Rhaenyra 15,000 swords.
In return for protection.
She sent 2.
Both still wet from the egg.
They are dragons nonetheless. I do not recall you specifying the size of the beast in your request.
Will you goad me, child?
The dragons will grow. In time.
I don't have time. This will be your chamber. I'll expect you at supper this evening. My sympathies for the death of your grandmother.
The way they spoke at my small council today. Oh, they would make me queen, but they wish to keep me here, confined.
They betray their own smallness.
And war has ever been for men to make.
You are your father's chosen.
A sword thrust into my hand the moment I could walk. Instead, I was given my father's cup, but not the difference between hilt and foible. And they know it.
We served here, your grace.
Not now.
Will you send to him?
For too long I have looked to him for strength. I do not know my part, Massaria.
Criston Cole made a mistake. Parading a dragon's head through the streets like a prize of war. The king has fallen. They whisper to each other that when Viserys lived, there was peace. They are 1,000 living in the shadow of the Red Keep and forgotten for too long.
And you think they will turn to me?
And rise up and help? Rebel?
Rumors are feed. What you cannot do, let others do for you.
So she's proving to be helpful thus far.
So far.
I don't know, I feel like since the Game of Thrones days, like I just feel like
Can't trust nobody.
yeah, you don't know where to what means, right? Like maybe she'll help her to a certain point and then
lying in a field. Bro.
maybe turn later.
Did your grandmother ever tell you of the night she claimed Melees? She knew that place better than any elder. They said she could see in the dark.
The fastest beast ever known, and she'd have none of him, but bent her neck to Rainey.
She did not always care for me. But
I wished I had known her when she was young.
you are very like her in some ways. I must rely on you, I think.
Your Grace.
Daemon,
Back at it with the dreams.
the finest swordsman. The fearless dragon rider.
She's playing with his psyche, huh? His subconscious.
But he lacked your constitution. Viserys was unsuited for the crown. Daemon, you were made to wear it. If only you'd been born first. My favorite son.
Is the duck not to your liking, Your Grace? There's also goose, if you prefer it.
I like the goose myself.
He's tripping out.
I know, what did she give him?
I'm not hungry.
I was saying, given the rather dire news from Rook's Rest, suffered great loss and will be unsure of what is to follow.
We must ready the castle to receive a great host.
Or is it the haunting?
Seems sure of this.
In Harrenhal, messing with him.
And Rivermen.
Yeah. Could be.
How does the work here progress?
Oh, the roof alone has needed tending since the reign of Aenys, and the storerooms and the bats have made the corridors almost impassable with the quantity of their... I venture there are smiths and armourers to be found near Nutton and Riverbend.
Well, send for them and levy the farmers from Antlers to High Heart.
After the tragedy that befell his father.
Is there any gold left in your coffers?
Enough to keep this small establishment, you see, fed and warm. I rather thought Your Grace as emissary to the Queen.
Harrenhal is my command. I shall guarantee the payment myself.
Very well, Your Grace.
You should address me as my king.
Well, the king.
There it is, then.
Consort.
The last bit seems unnecessary, don't you think?
His Grace suffered grievous burns over much of his body. He has many broken bones. I fear there are more injuries within. I must admit, I'm not sure he will ever wake. Lies with the gods now.
Crazy turn of events.
The realm will have noticed his absence. Let them hear of his great deeds at Rook's Rest.
A wise strategy, Your Grace. A regency will assure the people of the stability of the crown.
You played your part admirably in a time of peace, Your Grace, but circumstances have changed.
And here I had forgotten. Aemond is young. And his lack of restraint has already cost us dearly.
It is experience that offers the surest path to security. Queen Alicent...
Experience is valuable, yes, but the Dowager Queen is a woman.
I am no stranger to rule or to sitting at this council.
I agree, Your Grace. It must be Prince Aemond. What would it say if in response to Rhaenyra's crowning we raised up a woman of our own? But the hand speaks with the king's voice, Sir Criston. What say you?
Oof. Where are your loyalties?
Aemond is the next in line.
It's agreed, then.
Wow. Dang.
Dang, with that look at his mom.
What is our standing in the Riverlands?
Prince Daemon has little hope of fielding an army of any size for now. Size mantle.
Uh-oh.
Tell me, Lord Strong, how I can trust the counsel of a man who leaves the...
She's zoning out.
Your brother's host to meet Daemon. You should quicken his pace and check the rivermen.
They have grown weary of the sea snake's blockade.
So have we.
She's
all.
gonna
Many are
Gonna snap, huh?
She's gonna snap.
Closed.
She's not stupid.
So forth.
He hopped way too quick into that, huh? She knows.
And someone cut down the fucking rat catchers.
There is no food. Our neighbors are stealing from each other. We must get out.
For all we know, every road leads into the Dragon's Teeth.
Like the one they carted through the streets. We should make for Tumbleton. My brother will have room.
You would have me turn beggar.
Have you been paid for those machines you were forced to build?
The king has promised payment.
The king has lied. By all means, stay and wait for his empty promises, husband.
Finally, dude.
Oh, the dog.
Oh.
Oof.
Seeing faithfully to the Prince Regent's commands?
Daemon is the next in line.
Has your loyalty faded, or does it flourish only at night and flee the sunrise like a moth?
What I saw at Rook's Rest.
What?
Their armor melted. There were men walking, they were on fire.
And what of justice? Of temperance, or is strength now to be our only god? So you cast me aside.
Have I not spared you? Will you preside over it? Is this who you are, Alison?
I did not ask to be spared. And I did not give you leave to speak my name.
Are they gonna be able to leave? I don't think so. Uh-oh. They're gonna get restless. Which is probably perfect for that discussion that Rhaenyra was having.
Does he mean the king?
I don't know.
You cannot keep us here! To return to your homes!
It's gonna start getting spicy.
Means death to bear steel against your liege, as I'm sure my prince is aware.
Jason Lannister is marshalling to the west. We need to check him before he reaches River Run.
The wind's rising. Winter's nigh upon us.
Our hesitance does not lie in Rhaenyra as queen.
Leagues away, when mine own sits outside your walls.
Vhagar's huge.
Do you offer us your protection?
I do.
And Daemon, I'm sure, has consented to this? Though it occurs to me that dragons cannot be in two places at once.
Or three.
What do you want?
A dragon.
Does the Queen intend to raise up a new lord?
You want Harrenhal?
Won't be his to negotiate with.
For that.
What does her grace desire?
Bent knees.
Well, they're starting the renovations.
They're renovating. Cleaning up the place.
Maybe she likes him.
You gonna go talk with her and figure out what the hell's going on?
You're born to wield a sword, but not so much an axe. Perhaps.
That is not my way.
The splitting fire would justify what has followed you here.
Let it not be said that Daemon Targaryen...
Sit. Sit.
Why is she taking such an interest in him?
There's news, then.
News? No. Children being taken from their mothers, men coming home to find their doors unlatched.
War is a terrible thing.
This is not war that any upright man would repudiate.
Surely you haven't mistaken me for an upright man. They will perhaps think better of their decision if their children's lives are staked on it.
We serve you under duress.
Well, once they agree to serve me, I'll treat them fairly. The realm will suffer if Daemon One Eye rules.
Daemon One Eye.
But I'll cross you no further. I'm sure your tactics are, after all, approved by the Queen.
She cannot succeed,
Dude.
Alice.
She's calling him out.
Who's better suited to it? The High Towers with their scheming? Or Viserys' first true heir? Rhaenyra is welcome to join me there and take her place by my side.
And if you lose?
Then I'll be dead. And none of this will be my problem.
A message, Your Grace. Fresh news from Stonehenge. The Blackwoods have overwhelmed the Bracken.
Call Sir William here so that I might congratulate him. The Blackwoods will be feted in these halls.
I sought you at high tide.
My castle is a tomb. Empty. Haunted.
I imagine your Hall of Nine filled with lords and kings, all eager to treat with the legendary Lord of the Tides. I wonder if any of them knew it was all for her. Queen Rhaenyra wishes to name you Hand.
Even the death of my wife does not content her. Or does she think the position will compensate me for my loss?
Pledge your peace to King's Landing, then.
Rather, I would sail into the west and be lost.
That's where your son
You have done so before. At great cost to yourself and those who loved you.
Ooh. Selfish.
She was a Targaryen princess. The queen who never was, and she flew to Rook's Rest of her own will, in Dragonfire. The way my mother chose. I grieve my grandmother who loved me. But I carry her on with me. You yourself may do as you see fit.
Granddaughter.
Want to be the Hand or not?
I am blood and fire. Driftmark must pass to salt and sea.
Your Grace.
You were correct. And I have perhaps erred in waiting for him to prove himself.
Are you removing me from your council?
Sir Alfred. Or that I would prefer a council more inclined to champion their queen, but I know you will never accept the Hightower claim.
Not while I live.
We cannot challenge King's Landing without the Riverlands, but I will not send a message by Raven for Daemon to disregard. And his intentions.
Intentions? He would not dare.
You know Daemon to lack in daring.
Have you any message for him?
Oh, he's gonna get
More dreams.
more hauntings.
Well, I hope messages become clearer for him.
Your Grace. The River Lords have come, Your Grace. They wish an audience.
Now?
They are demanding to speak presently.
Seer must begin here with a lesson in etiquette. Failing that in proper fear of your Targaryen master, or shall I now begin your education?
House Bracken have been brought to heel at the hands of William Blackwood.
The sacred septs on Bracken lands were looted and burned.
As were the fields and farms.
There were works of barbarity.
Punishing Bracken for his own treasons is one thing
Tis upon their old rivals. Share of their quarrels, and I tell you there is no honor in a fight such as
Honor?
this.
What of common decency?
These beasts.
You fought in these lands. Have you looked after our girls?
We should have expected nothing more from a man who ordered the slaughter of a child in his mother's arms. Is half the kingdom, my prince.
The Riverlands are an ancient place, watched closely by the eyes of...
Is this a dream?
I don't know.
I don't think it is.
It's exactly what that Maester woman was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Move along, lass.
I have an errand. Would you die without collecting her due? I must see an old friend.
Melinda.
He's gonna do it. Yeah, that scenery is so fitting.
Was it worth the price?
She knows. Well, everybody knows.
Too obvious. Is he waking up?
Hmm. Do you think Daemon would go in and just kill him off?
Shit.
Prince Jacaerys, Your Grace.
Probably.
Vhagar's first rider. And the first wielder of Darksis.
I hope you do not mean to use her as an example.
Why shouldn't I?
Oh, it was a long time ago.
Did his lordship quibble?
He wishes for the phrase to be granted Harrenhal.
I'm proud of you, Jace. You've done our cause a great service.
Then why do you look angry?
You chafed at being prevented from action. Imagine my lord. I'm a dragon rider as well. Always prudent. Sending others to fight and be felled in my name.
The tie that binds us. No harm can come to
And
you.
you are my son, and I did not give you leave to go.
But who else is there? Rhaenys is dead and Baelor cannot bear the burden alone.
And when Aemond comes hunting for you?
Perhaps Daemon could...
Daemon is not here. And Aemond now rules in King's Landing. Aemond will not wait long to press his advantage. And then what? Sent my messages, invoked my alliances. But if all else fails, it is I who must fight.
She's gonna go in at some point.
So was Meleys.
Meleys fought 2 dragons and one of them is slain.
We have no dearth of dragons. And they sleep just beneath our feet.
Yes, and if only they had riders, none could stand against me.
There is Rhaena.
Who nearly lost her life in her last attempt.
There are those of our line who never ruled. Their children born with other names.
A generation ago, or more. The dragon will only accept a dragon lord to ride it.
Written to gild us in glory.
Atali.
It's better than death and defeat.
There are records here, surely. of our line.
Targaryens are mad. Oh, look at all those scrolls.
That's gonna take a minute.
They better start now.
Damn. All right. It's getting strategic.
Another great episode.
Yeah. Damn. I just want to say it seems like it's very obvious what Aemon did from Allison. Yeah.
Everybody knows.
Allison and his sister's standpoint. Yeah.
He's like, no shame.
Power hungry. Yeah.
Just like immediately put his dagger in his belt. And
Yeah,
just
like I'll take that. Just
crazy.
no shame in his game and just flaunting it, just obvious for everyone to see.
Everyone.
But I think that's the thing with him. What you see is what you get. And I think that's also like his strength.
True.
Also, like as a character and kind of his position. That's what makes him kind of fearsome.
Yeah.
You know?
So
damn, I wonder,
is Regent.
Is Aegon gonna
Come back
awake and be like, Aemon tried to kill me? And like, what does that do? You know, ultimately, well, he's gonna have Aemon killed. Aemon's, I feel like too strong at this point. And you know what? He's gonna earn his stripes in these next episodes. I feel like, because he goes into battle, he gets his hands dirty. So people are gonna support.
Aegon is all a mess.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll see. Oh.
All right, cool.
Oops.
Let's wrap this up. Let's get into the next one.
Ready for episode 6.
6.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for tuning in. Catch us on Patreon. We're dropping multiple times a week. And of course, catch us here on YouTube. We're dropping multiple times a week as well. Is there an echo in here? I think so. All right. Catch you on the next one. Thanks for tuning in.
Good night, or good morning, or good afternoon, or evening.